3 years ago, we had a similar meeting with the School of Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering, the National Technical University of Athens, in which we launched the idea of enhancing the training, the practical training that we offer to the students. And at that moment, we did not want only to make nice pictures, but also to make nice things for these people. And we would like today to present you what we have done. And in that respect, we have with us Mr. Zarafonitis, who is the Dean of the School of Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering, and Mr. Nikos Vendikos, Professor Vendikos. And of course, it is the CEO of RINA Services, Paolo Moretti, who I would like to give the floor and introduce to the day. Paolo.
Thank you very much, Spiros, Kalimera, Dean, Professor. Thank you for being here to all of you today. Well, it's a very important day because, of course, first of all, we are talking about training of new generations of new engineers that will constitute the backbones of such an exciting industry like the maritime. Maritime is living a period of transformation like all industries with topics like decarbonization, digitalization. And so I think for people, for guys that are studying now, it's really a very exciting moment. And I think that compared to when I was a student, we were discussing with the Dean before, it's really an opportunity to alternate your academic studies and also have a view of what is the real world, what is a ship, what is a drawing. This is really is giving you the possibility also to feel and to address, let's say, your career path in the future. So I'm particularly honored of this cooperation that we have with the National Technical School University and the school in particular of Naval Architecture and Mechanical Engineer, and we are here to reinforce even more. And I'm particularly proud in the name of all RINA because this is done here in Greece. As you know very well, Greece is a country in which as a company we are investing more and more. It's really becoming the focal and pivotal center of our maritime activities. We have transferred more and more competence here. We are almost 60 people, Spiros,
over 60
right?
people,
Over
yes.
60 people. And we are doing not only our traditional core services, but in particular, and this is the reason we are here in this new third floor, research and development training, that is one of the most important things, and many other technological topics like fleet monitoring that we will see later on. So I want to be short because, as I say, shortness is, we speak about ESG, should be the first thing of the S, a key, let's say, driving aspect in the ESG strategy of each person. And again, Dean, Professor, really honored that you are here today and of what we are doing together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paolo. I will invite the Dean, Professor Zarafonitis.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's very nice for me to be here with you and with our friends from RINA, with whom we have a very close and very fruitful collaboration for many years. Our school, the School of Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering, is one of the 9 schools of NTUA. Actually, it's the second youngest of them of all. A few years ago, we celebrated our 50 years anniversary. We are a quite young school, therefore, but yet we have more than 2,000 graduates which are working in Piraeus, in the marine sector, in marine industry in Greece, as well as abroad. A few years ago, we started a collaboration with RINA, which goes even beyond this memorandum of understanding that we have and which we are presenting today. We started a collaboration aiming to provide our students the opportunity to get some real on-the-job training, which is very important for them, because they don't only apply their technical skills and knowledge, but they are learning how they should interact in a working environment. They are developing their communication skills and their interaction skills. So the practical training in our school started sometime 20 years ago with a very small number of students, which now has gradually increased, and nowadays every year we send more than 80 students for training in various companies. One of the oldest and more, let's say, consistent and companies which help us and collaborate with us is RINA. Students are particularly keen to try to find a practical training opportunity in a glass society. We don't have too many in Greece, and RINA is one of their first choices. So every year we manage to send something like 6 students in RINA. They have an excellent training for 2 months, and they come back to the school with new ideas, with new experiences, and this is very important for us and for them, of course. Also, we have other types of collaboration which provides our graduates now, the young graduates have the opportunity to have some 6 months training in RINA beyond the practical training, which is for 2 months during their courses. Also, young graduates are given the opportunity to start their career here in RINA. It's very important for them, and we are very grateful for that. And we do hope that this collaboration is going to continue for many years to come, and it's going to be extended also in all possible ways. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Zarafonidis. For me, being also a graduate of our school, it is always touching me when I am in contact with the community of our university and our school. And I think we can all contribute a little bit to what we were dreaming of when we were students. And this connection with the industry, practical things, I think was important. And today at RINA, here in this office, a part of this place that we are here, which is based the global marine training of RINA, so we produce from here other courses that are delivered around the world, not only in Greece. In this office that Paolo mentioned before, we have over 60 resources, covering, I would say, regarding marine, 360 degrees of what a shipping company or a maritime professional would need, from the simple surveying of the vessels that we do, from developing new projects, approval of drawings, digital services, environmental services, cyber security. So all here, 99% with Greek graduates of the universities, National Technical University of Athens. So we are proud of this achievement, and we wanted to share with you. I would like, first of all, to thank Professor Kaiksis for being with us from the university that I didn't mention before. Thank you very much for cooperating always with us and supporting us. And I would like to pass the floor to Professor Vendikos, or Stefane, would you like to tell us a couple of words regarding these figures that we said before? How many students, what have we done in these 4 years? Mainly under your...
Good morning, I'm Stefan Pazinkolau. I am following the training and research activities of RINA for 7 years now. And I'm very happy that these students are working with us. They are working with our team. 2 of them are sitting on the back. They are the 2 students that are working with us, trained with us in the long practical training of 6 months, according to the memorandum of understanding that we signed back in 2019. We're very happy. We see excellent results. We are working with real engineers. They're not students. They're real engineers. We're very happy about them. They're engaged in on-the-job activities like plan approval, like research. One of them is working with me and with Nikos in the project that Nikos is going to present later on. And I really think that this is a great opportunity for both sides and needs to be enhanced in the future. We need to find ways to expand the collaboration. I don't want to bother you with a lot of numbers, but we have, in the pandemic period, we started with the practical training according to the MOU. We offer every year 4 positions of 6 month training, and we succeeded now to have these two students with us. The 2 months practical training is going very well as well. We have 20 students or 18 students, almost 20 students that were working either remotely or in the office for 2 months with us. And what we have as a result is that from them we have now employees inside RINA. We have 4 employees in RINA coming from this corporation. 2 with permanent long-term contracts and 2 with short-term contracts. I think this gives the overall successful outcome of this collaboration. A final word from my side. I really want to focus in the future in research, because RINA and NTUA are very, very closely connected in research as well. You will see the numbers. We have more than 19 projects together with NTUA. With the School of Marine Engineering and Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering, we do a lot of research, marine engineering projects in research. And as our CEO said, we need to accelerate innovation in our industry, and these collaborations will help in this direction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefane, for also embracing very well this effort. Nico, would you like to say a couple of words?
I will, yes, thank you. First of all, thank you very much for the invitation. Okay, let me just first start with the practical exercise or the internship program, as we call it. As our dean said, I believe I'm responsible from the side of the school for this lesson, and I believe that it is very successful, the cooperation with RINA. And if you take into account also the COVID period, you can understand that the numbers that Stefanos mentioned are quite remarkable. Let me just, before going a little bit to discuss a little bit about research, let me just quote. I have put down a couple of replies that I got from intern students that they did the practical exercise here. So one of them, he said that I find the practical exercise, the internship program, absolutely a useful lesson. And we get to know things that complete the analytical knowledge that we get to our school. And we know that our school is a very strong school. So it's a perfect match. And the second is that the internship program gets us one step closer to our future professional life, and this is something that we want. Through this program, we see how and probably where we will be working. So we understand for a school, for a top-class school as ours, the practical exercise and this program is very significant. So we also give very big attention to what we are doing with RINA as well, both on the short term and on the long term practical and exercise and the internship program. Now, if I also can say a couple of words on, I pick it up from where Stefanos left it about research. Okay, research and innovation, as we all know, it's a very important thing. Paolo mentioned about the twin transformation transition, greening and decarb and digitalization, and these are fields that our school is very strong, and we would like very much to further and enhance our cooperation with RINA. We also have our dean and Professor Kaikchis, whether they want to add something on that. Our school is really active towards these topics, and we feel that this is a very good time and opportunity to meet. These are like challenges, opportunities. You can put any word there that you would like. Now, an example is successful. We had several proposals. Some of them were not so successful, but a successful story is the SafePass project. The SafePass project is actually coordinated by NTUA. It's jointly done between our school and the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. And we have 2 entities of RINA on board. We have RINA Piraeus and RINA Italy, and we are very happy on that. SafePass project deals with issues of safety, and in particular we are dealing about the let's say, a radical redesign, A, of the whole evacuation process, and B, of the actual redesign of life-saving appliances, LSAs, like, for example, lifeboats, and this is done for large passenger vessels. So RINA's know-how and knowledge exactly on this kind of vessels, I think globally you're in the top 3 of passenger and cruise vessels. It is very valuable not only for the project but also for our corporation, for NTUA, because we get to learn things out of their expertise and experience. Now, NTUA is we are mainly dealing with issues of risk analysis and risk control options. And what we are proposing, we are working with RINA in order to see whether these solutions can be integrated directly into the existing rules and designs, or whether we need something more, or in terms of alternative design, or what it should be done. So we really see this project as a successful story, and we hope that this will be going on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nico. Yes, it has to be successful, and I think the next years to come for the students that are graduates of these schools or studying in these schools will be really fascinating, because we have so many challenges in all forums. Or yesterday we were at the Capital Link, then we have the Greener Shipping Summit. We have a lot of forums in which we discuss all these kinds of issues, and I think that in the next years all these new ideas have to be implemented, and there should be some brains that will be working on them, and the university and our school is the one to feed with this kind of ideas. So enhanced research and focus on these new young engineers, I think, will be very nice, very good for us, but will be great also opportunity for the people that are now in this phase of their initiating their careers. I don't know if the Dean would like to add anything on research, Professor Arfonitis.
Yes, I can. Thank you very much for this opportunity. For us, for the universities, research is the second very important issue, the second reason for existing. The first one, of course, is education. We are there to educate young people, to deliver new scientists to the society. But the second reason, for the second segment for us, which is very important, is research, because we are aimed to produce new knowledge so that we can pass it to our students. So our school is very active in research. We are a small school with 21 faculty members, and the same number of technicians, research personnel, but we are very active on that. We started very early collaborating with our colleagues from around Europe, doing research on a European level. And one of our most important partners, of course, is RINA. As you have already heard, we have a lot of projects which we are working together. Research for us it's very important. All the faculty members of the school are heavily involved in that, and we have also a number of PhD students who are doing the research. They are addressing various topics of basic research or applied industrial research, and this is very important, and we aim to continue. And we are very open to collaborations with our colleagues both from Greece and from all around Europe. I hope that this is really a very interesting time. We are living in a transitional era. Things that were new from the past are not going to be valid in a few years. So we need to find solutions. And one of the most important problems on which we are focusing is, of course, greening of the maritime industry, greening of the shipping industry. We are let's say, we are looking forward to this. We are working hard on this, and we hope that very soon we are going to see new ideas, new technologies, and a lot of development work.
Great, thank you. Before going to talking about digitalization, I would like to ask my colleague Katerina Pala. Katerina is the responsible of the global marine training of RINA, and as we said, we are hosted now in the auditorium, let's say, the hall of the yes, our facilities, let's say. Katerina, can you give us a very good flash of
Yes.
what we do here?
Yes, of course. Let me first welcome you in our facilities, in the Global Marine Training Facility. It's brand new, as you can see, and we are very, very happy. What is it that we do, so you have an idea, and then I will combine them with our cooperation with NTUA, is that we provide training, relevant professional courses to ship management companies. So with colleagues, 2 colleagues that are working in different departments in the shipping companies, we provide the professional trainings. So our clients are shipping companies. What is it that's more deep that we do is that we develop material, we develop courses that the people that work in shipping companies use as qualifications to do their job. So how we work now with NTUA and our future colleagues from the university is that they work for us, they go deep into the rules and regulations, and also they combine it with how they're going to do it in a more practical kind of way. Because rules are there, but at the end we need to put it into practice. So they work for us, we work together to go deep into the knowledge, and at the same time we also provide them, they follow and they participate in our courses as well, so we provide them with the relevant certificate and qualification for their future work as well after. So I think we're giving a lot of skills and qualifications and a piece of paper, a certificate that they can use for their future work. We are global, so the plus, the addition that we can provide to our students and to our future colleagues is the fact that they can get into contact with colleagues from all around the world. So we're doing trainings that there are people from Canada, Singapore, Egypt, Dubai, and they hear their experiences, they hear feedback from them. So it's not only the ship companies and the experience that they get locally from Greece, but they get experience and they hear stories and information and practical stories from all around the world. So I think we're giving them a lot of plus to get to know what's happening in a more practical kind of way. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I just wanted to highlight the fact that we're giving certificates and they're getting in contact with a lot of people.
That's very important, thank you. I think we have over 70 courses that are like a number, let's say, that are delivered, and we have distributed some material where you can find more details. The theme of today's day was double. We wanted to combine training with new technologies. We are here to discuss about the results of what we are doing on research and on training with the National Technical University, but also we wanted to present you new ideas towards the way to better performance of shipping. Either this is safety or decarbonization or whatever, and this is hand in hand with digital. And I would like to leave the floor to Michaela Skenone, our colleague, who is responsible for these activities here in Piraeus.
Yes. Hello. Hi, everybody. So, yes, we are actually been working on digital for several years. We've been ahead in this kind of development, and actually we've seen it particularly and especially with the pandemic, that digital has gained even more importance. Also in the shipping sector, where the assets, the vessels are far away. So with digital, we give the opportunity to monitor the vessels, stay close to the vessel, gather data, and then analyze them, and take the correct decisions, and optimize the operations, so to reach the targets, for example, in terms of decarbonizations. With this regard, we've developed 3 main tools, and a 4th with the Fleet Operations Center. We have our Optimum, which is focused on real-time monitoring of a vessel and performance optimization. We have an IoT system installed on board of the vessels where we retrieve the information, and we have almost real-time monitoring. Every 5 minutes, we have information coming to shoreside and giving the opportunity through machine learning techniques and AI to monitor, understand the efficiency of the vessel. On the other side, we also have the electronic logbooks. This tool is meant to enhance the regulatory compliance and also to make it easier on board of the vessels. We have people on board that are reporting information on paper formats several times. So with the logbooks, we give the opportunity on shore side to see what's happening on board, and at the same time, we give valuable tools to the people on board to have a better daily job and better work. Then we also come, of course, to the regulations, because we have a really big expertise on rules, and in general, in our architecture topics, we have the possibility to provide to our clients tools to monitor, for example, the new decarbonization indexes like CII over time, and again, promptly act to ensure the compliance with the new rules and to keep the vessels as optimized as possible. And then we have what covers all of these aspects, which is the Fleet Operations Center, which gives the opportunity to monitor not only the vessels that are specifically from RINA, but in general vessels for which we give services in general, so not only classed vessels. And we also have a dual scope where this Fleet Operations Center can be used by the clients as well to gather added value and collect information that are coming from different systems and are put in one place. So I don't know if we want to move to see
this is the way we are moving. I wanted to say thank you, Michela, for giving this flash. Now we have the Fleet Operations Center here that we would like to give a demo, but I would like to say that it is not only a demo for you, it is a way that we are also working. We have a very specialized team of people serving day-to-day our clients, and we call it Marine Technical Support Service Department. In this department, we have Mr. Antonakopoulos, the head of the department, here with us. So the people around the big screens there are working to monitor the fleet 24 hours a day. They are not 24 hours here. No, we respect the regulations. No, not at all. But these systems give you the possibility of being mobile, so you can do whatever you can from here, but you can also replicate with all these devices. Yes, you get alarms or whatever you need. So we do not only offer to our clients, but it's a way that we are transforming also the way we work. And I think that's important for looking to the future. So I think Michela with Dimitris, the colleague who is also on digital, Dimitris Simopoulos, will give us a demo now of the Fleet Operations Center. I would like to ask you to move next.
Already using it in order to service our customers. Our Fleet Operations Center is a web-based application, so this means that does not require any installation on board the ships. We get information from AIS data, so we have a constant view of where RINA vessels and, of course, the global fleet lies on the global territories. We can also get some, there are also weather layers that are enhancing the map view. We have the piracy events happening around the globe, where we can see with the balloons and short description of each event, so the companies can have the possibility to draw these areas and avoid the passage from their ships in that waters. As some other functionalities, you can see this screen, we have the possibility of analytics. We see the route of the ship. We can see over the time, of course, the speed, and here is the weather that we get from a provider. So the companies can have some analytics and understand the efficiency and some other factors that we can get from the vessels. Alerts also, it's possible to be fed into the system. The alerts can be also help the companies understand and avoid any unhappy and unpleasant incidents. This is also can be used from our side as RINA in the operation in the operation side of the Technical Marine Support Department. We can see where the vessel is, and fed also into the system some KPIs that are concerning the certificates, and when its certificate expires or it's close to its expiration, we can, through our Leonardo Info here, our tool, we can notify the company that we see this, and based on the area that the vessel is sailing, or in the next days, we can go on board and update the relevant certificate. This is something that makes also our job more efficient, and our companies can rely on our class that we keep an eye on them, and we are proactive, and not only after something happened, we are also proactive in different aspects. There is also the offices around the globe with telephone numbers and the emails where our customers can call each time when they approach the relevant port. What else? Am I missing something?
Yeah, so as we were saying, in this platform we integrate data coming from different sources. So the data that Dimitris was mentioning, like the office in charge of a vessel or the service suppliers, are RINA data, our information, what we put inside the platform. While, for example, we also have the weather information, which is coming from an external provider, and we again aggregate the information. And we also have the AIS data, so the position of the vessel. Based on all this information, it's possible to create alerts, as we've seen previously, to give information to our colleagues so they can be proactive. So we are now trying to change how we work in a more proactive way and a more efficient way. So setting up alerts that you receive via email, you don't have to be connected always to this platform to have information from it, but you get notified. So this really allows us to change how we are working, to have historical information. So for example, now I have plotted the route of a vessel for the last 2 weeks, and we have all the information in here available to be used in case of need. From the client's perspective, we also have a module called Voyage Monitoring, which allows to monitor the planned route of a vessel and to see if the vessel is going out of the corridors. So we can set up some safety corridors, let's say, to understand if the vessel is actually following what has been planned by the company or by the master, and to see if the vessel is on time based on the schedule. This has importance not only in terms of safety, but also in terms of decarbonization, because now the new indexes will oblige us to enhance as much as possible the operations of the vessels. So then we have also as we've seen, the connection to all our systems. So again, all RINA ecosystem is into one single platform and allows us to also share information to the customers that are not, that before were put in different places and not aggregated and together at once. So, I think it's... For example, as we've been talking for alerts, we have a combination of what we call a rule engine that allows us to create based on the area of the world where the vessel is. So, for example, we've been talking about piracy events. We can create an area inside the system and understand if the vessel is sailing into that area and then be notified. So here we have all the areas that have been created and are inside the system, and we can create some rules. For example, something that is useful for the colleagues is to understand where the vessel is sailing, the destination port, in order to organize, for example, a survey, and to see if the vessel is going to a port in a critical situation so we can act before they get fines, and there are different situations and cases. So we can select for example, if a vessel is heading to USA, and be notified, creating the alert. We can act on different vessels. We have the opportunity to monitor the worldwide fleet. At the moment, for example, in my installation, I have over 300 vessels, and then I can create the rule. And this means that I will start being notified for this rule that I just created. So, for example, going back on the map on the vessel that I've seen, the previous rule that was set has actually started working. And we can see it here with the details of when it was created, sorry, and what happened. Okay. There are, of course, different sections inside the system depending on what is the need of the colleague or the customer. So this is here where you can see that I have the whole fleet. And on top of the information of the RINA class vessels, we also have the worldwide fleet that can be activated and was actually active when we first seen it. For every vessel that we see, we get the real-time information based on AIS, so the last information that was shared through the system installed on board of the vessel.
So this is it, our Fleet Operations Center live.
How many ships are now in your system?
It depends on the configuration. Yeah. So we will have over 3,000 vessels configured to be monitored by the colleagues, and then depending on the different scopes of the daily job, the vessels that they need to monitor, we can configure them and assign them. For example, we see here that the vessel has been drifting. This is also used, for example, by the plan approval as well, because in terms of the regulations, they need to verify the sailed distance by the vessels over time, the emissions and the ports that have been touched because of EU regulations, and they use the system to confirm that the data shared by the customers are in line with the regulation and verify them.
Do you have any questions? Something to clarify?
I can find buffer zones there. What are these buffer zones about? These are buffer zones, correct?
What buffer?
Sorry?
The orange.
The orange ones, yeah.
Yeah, the port, let's say,
The
how
orange
it's,
one,
you can
yes.
visualize on the map, the port region, let's say.
They are ports, huh?
Yeah. The orange one is the port database. So where the one that we use to enable visual fencing capabilities. So to actually,
when you enter, you can be notified that you are in the port.
when you enter and so on. But on the map, we also have other areas. For example, we have the ICA areas, ICA layers. Let me just go back. So here we have, again, for example, to change the fuel of the vessel, to be notified when the vessel enters an ICA area, to be sure that the vessel has changed the fuel and it's using the correct fuel. Then we have, as we said previously, the piracy events, the piracy layers. With all the information, we update it daily. We have our marine directory, so with information about RINA offices around the globe. So you can get the information and the contacts about our offices. And we can create custom layers, custom areas. So any user of the system, so any colleague or any customer can create some areas to be used from themselves in alerts and inside the system in general.
But you will be able to see it as well. This is a two-way. I mean, can he develop a buffer zone that you cannot see for their own needs, or whatever they do, you can see it and vice versa?
No, it's for the custom layer. It's let's say a private layer of each user. If we deem it important for everybody, then we will publish it in the full software version, let's say. Because of course, there may be different interests to create a custom layer. Yes.
Then if we like to have more questions, I would like when Michaela and Dimitris finish to reunite for 10 minutes again in the room, and we will accept any clarification question about issues that we discussed today.
Well, okay.
You're okay? You're finished?
Yes, yes.
So I would kindly ask you to move back in where we have been to an element in respect to training and practical training, as we said, and the complementary cooperation that we have with the School of Naval Architecture and the digital. So please, we are all here. Any questions, any clarifications, we'll be glad to accept to take it. Thank you. No?
Everything was clear.
Everything has been absolutely clear. I hope that... Yes?
Regarding the internship program,
Yes?
I would like to ask, do you rotate the trainees between the several departments of RINA? And what is the most popular, according to the students, what is the most popular department for them?
Very nice, very, very good question. I can take as a general idea, yes, we try to rotate, but then we want, because they need to get a feeling of the environment, but then again we want them to work on real jobs like they would be doing if they were with us. So they get, each one of them is a long period, specialization. Could be the plan approval, could be research, or whatever. Stefano, would you like to add more details?
We have a different target in the internship program and in the long-term practical training. In the 2 months period that the internship students are here, we try to show them all the different departments and the work that they are doing here. But since you want the numbers, we see that a lot of training is done in the plan approval, and they get excited to see, the real drawings and the approval process we follow for the ships. But also, internship students are working also in research. As I told you before, they are not students; they are real engineers. They have a lot of capabilities and they help us a lot. In the MOU program, we have a different focus because here the students are staying for 6 months at least. In 6 months, we want them, and they want also to focus to getting deep into specific subjects. So the guys you see sitting back there, they're working in research and in plan approval. The evaluation, our evaluation is that they are perfect. After 6 months, they are research engineer, Konstantinos, and Sotirios, he's a plan approval engineer. Even if they are now getting the degrees, I think they are finished now, right?
Almost.
Yes. And also, I would like to highlight that Konstantinos is doing his diploma thesis with Professor Vedikos, and we are supporting that diploma thesis with data. So it is a different way of working with the students subject to whether they are in the MOU or in the internship.
Thank you. Yes?
Something from the training center. I think, is this a competitive advantage for other class societies
The Fleet Operations Center.
Yes, it's affordable for a shipowner to be there, and if something happens, hope that nothing, who's responsible for it? It's the people here, it's the program.
This is a system, of course my colleagues will give more detail, but it's a system to collect, it's not a system that will navigate the vessels from here. So collecting information, having data analysis tools that can assist you in your decisions is not something that will be, let's say, interfering with the normal operations of the vessel. As regards if it is affordable, what was the first part of your question, for a shipping company, these systems, behind these systems are programs that you can even use on your mobile phones to get them. So it depends on the installations you want. For a big fleet, you cannot see on your mobile. You can see a specific vessel, a fleet that the manager would see his vessels, but you need something bigger if you have a big fleet, like companies managing 100 ships or 200 ships. They need, so it depends on the level that you want to extend on your fleet, the investment that you would like to do on that. But the core of it is the software. Michela, would you like to add something more?
No, just the point that's important.
I studied quite well what we're doing.
Perfect, it was absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Yes, that allows to monitor the vessel and take the correct decisions, but the company and the people who takes the decision at the end is still the responsible one. You just need to.
When it comes to the whole topic of decarbonization, does the system provide data to ship owners that help them with their voyage? And
Absolutely,
tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, absolutely. This kind of tool, or specifically also Optimum, so our performance monitoring tool, allows to collect the data, for example, to understand the operation profile of the vessel, and to change it and to optimize it in order to meet the decarbonization targets, to understand how much the vessel is consuming in terms of fuel. And we actually have the opportunity through the alerts also to act on the human factor on board of the vessel, because we notify the people on board if they are managing the vessel in an inefficient way. So they're wasting fuel, and we somehow train them to operate the vessels in a better way.
Any other point that you would like to clarify? You have some material that we tried. We have already a press release that it is on your desk, and probably we will also circulate electronically, but you have it already there. Of course, anything you need, our office is always open to further discuss. I take the opportunity once more. Thank you for being with us. I don't know if you would like to add something from your side. I would like to thank...
Just to thank you for inviting us, and thank you again for the collaboration and support.
Thank you very much.
For the training of our students.
Very important for us, and we appreciate. Thank you for your support and for trusting your students to us and the future colleagues to us. We are proud of it. I would like to thank also Massimo Volta for being with us. Massimo is the Regional Vice President for Europe, Middle East and Africa.
I'm sorry if I keep you waiting. I was in an Ajax meeting, which is important anyway, but I'm sorry not to join you.
Yeah, thank you,
first, but I'm happy you are all here. And the only thing I can say, hearing what you just said, a new way of working, what we are doing here, we are working together. And this is what the industry needs to do, because with the future challenges, obviously working together makes us stronger to help the industry go forward with this need also to protect the planet, and at the same time as the business keeping on going. And we are particularly happy to welcome young people, because the future is on young people, and we really need them, and they need us to support them.
Thank you, Massimo. I leave the last word to Paolo, if you'd like to add something, a last comment before thanking everybody and having a drink together before we go. It's Friday. I know you have a lot of things to do, but we would love if you have
again, thank you for being here. I think you had a flavor of what we're doing here, in particular human element together with technology. Sometimes we think that these things go along separate and one constitutes a barrier for the other. It is absolutely not true. and we are seeing more and more, and we will change the way of working. We will have new profiles for our students and for our technicians in the future, but technology and human element always going together. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Excellent.